Alright, boondocking and brawlers and talkers, I am back and still in black. Got the young man fed, he is ready to go. Now I'm going to stick to two topics for right now. Frederick was on here just a little bit ago. I was going into talking about beef with Crazy Tempo, he asked me. So I'll wait for him back on here. He said he was driving, so he wasn't able to talk much. There's somebody jump on here, so I'll see if it's him. But until Stu's on here. What's up, Stu? Hey, bro, you doing alright, brother? I was actually just talking about you on this last one about the GoFundMe, how I'm not set up until people are really jumping on board and wanting to see this happen. Uh, I'm glad you're doing well, Stu. We was actually talking about this last one, making sure everybody was catching my live stream, making sure it was going through, and making sure everybody that was following me able to pick up the notifications. So hopefully it done it for you. Frederick was on here a while ago. He was asking me about Crazy Tempo, but since you're on here, I'm going to talk about the Verum deal real quick. In his latest video that I did not address because we was going through the whole. I was just listening. Oh, you was just listening to my last vid. All right, brother. Well, you got the kind of basic idea then. We was going through that. People was commenting on his shit saying that he didn't, just because he allows me to comment on his videos doesn't make us besties or whatever. The beef is not forgotten. But speaking of beef, he did a video on Burger King cannot have it your way. So let's just address that video real quick before we jump into Crazy Tempo. Now, Verum did make some valid points on there. He did not apologize the way I wanted him to apologize to my brother, but he made a small attempt to, in his way and in his terminology. I guess that's the best way he could have done it. He finally got notified on his live stream. Alright, good deal, Steve. Happy about that. I'm glad I got that fixed. I did try to go through and make sure all that was going on to make sure that you was able to. And I'm sorry if I'm talking too quietly or whatever, but I'm trying to keep it down for my boy up here hanging out with me while I was working, keeping this place somewhat decent going, keeping me company and everything. But yeah, so back on Verum's video, he was trying to make points about the 6 month deal, getting your shit together. But that was stated in a comment at first, and it did not come across well at all to me. But he did make points to where I need to get like how much plane ticket is, how much a hotel room's going to cost, how much all this is going to cost, and I'm still going to have to pay out the ass if I do it out of my own money to go up there and do this. It's still going to cost more than $1,000 to go up there and possibly win $2,000 with me still taking my $500 up there and going and betting against him. Now, I can't remember exactly if he said he'd want to keep the money or for me to keep the 500. I don't even really remember. I just do remember him saying that he would pay me the $2,000 if we went up there. And there's people making all kind of statements if he had followed through with it and everything like that, and we would have to set up a game plan on making sure that that would happen. Now, as I stated, he went through and said some stuff like, bro, you're working off of a camera phone. I'm doing, stuff that you easily go pick up at fucking Goodwill or some shit. It is still is. He was trying to be decent about it, but it was still coming across in a douchey way. But hey, I'll take it for what it is. He did make valid points. Yeah, my videos are kind of crappy. I can't do editing. I can't do anything. I come on here live stream. I say what I say. I don't edit shit out. I don't take, nothing out. I don't put fancy music in behind here. I don't got no fancy logo that I throw out here. I'm just, some random dude in the Hicks that's, you know, going after some folks. So after this whole Charlie situation, the new Area 51 of this thing, I guess you could say. I don't know what the fuck's going on with that still, but anyways, I did go on Verum's video and did say when he was doing the coverage on Charlie, I said I gave a thumbs up on this video because he was doing things the right way. He's going about it the right way and everything like that. And people kind of took that and ran in a different direction with it. But yes, I still want to fight him. As far as getting my shit together, well, I got a somewhat of a game plan, or not a game plan, kind of like a numbers basis. And like I said, it's going to take well over $1,000 for sure to make sure everything's up and running when I get up there. Okay, that's to win $2,000. Now I'm taking time. I mean, I do got vacation days saved up to where I could do this, but it's a very short window, so I'd have to plan, and we would have to talk on the phone and go through all of this shit and make sure that's all set up. And hey, there we go. Frederick's back on there. Good evening, Stu and Shane. Welcome, Frederick. How you doing, brother? Drive safe too if you're driving, man. But yeah. So me and Verum, we're not done, but the pissing contest is, and bad mouthing each other. That's all on my end. It's over with. I'm not gonna sit there and bad mouth the dude. I'm just ready to get up there and do what I said I was going to do, and hopefully we can make that happen in shorter time than 6 months. Now, Frederick was asking about tempo, and we'll get to that here in a minute too. Verum, now I will say this, that you said your channel was doing well, and or doing well before I showed back up. And when I showed back up, it kind of stalemated. I will call bullshit on that, dude. For real. I will call bullshit on that. It is complete bullshit that your channel was doing well and good before I showed back up. It wasn't. It was the same old shit. It wasn't. You had a whole hell of a lot more content, and you actually got more subs when I come back on, dude. This is proof, 100% proof that anybody will tell you that you started getting more views and more subs when I come back into the picture. So that I will have to call bullshit on. I mean, like I said, I ain't gonna badmouth anything, but that statement was clear bullshit. Now, there's some other stuff you're talking about, like, yeah, I could go pick up some stuff from Goodwill and make my channel more supportive. Hey, I'm willing to even give you advice on how to do this. We want to do MTG stuff and like that. Yeah, I'm wanting to do stuff like that, of course. But I got old shit to handle right now. And this is part of my old shit. And if I want to continue doing stuff on my fucking piece of shit phone, I will continue doing stuff on my piece of shit phone. I mean, my sub count's going up. It ain't going up a lot, but it is going up. I went from 5 to like nearly 40 right now. It's not a fucking ton, but it's getting there. And I said when I hit that 100 sub count, I'm dropping the 18 videos. That's my goal. When I get to 100 subs, we're dropping the 18 videos. And the 18 videos is the boondocking and brawling that we've done out here. That we had old beefs between dudes and that I know that we strapped MMA gloves on them, put them out here, filmed them, let them fight. They got up and shook hands afterwards. And there's some good damn fights that I was a part of, that I did a lot of. And I will not say I won't go in depth into it too much, but they were some champions made out of this. And I was going to do a champ versus champ deal on, let me get this off there. We go. Anyways, I was going to do a champ versus champ deal for the other fight clubs out there, that we know of. I'm pretty sure y'all can guess which ones I'm talking about. So, but anyway, Verum, you made some good points. I understood your points, and I listened to your points, and I did listen to your video, and I paid close attention to your video, and I don't skim through it or whatever. I'm not as dumb as you think I am. I'm not some. I finished high school, I ain't got no college degree or any of that bullshit, but I do know what I'm doing on some things, so don't question my IQ level. Okay, man? That's all I'm asking. And we'll get our shit handled when we get our shit handled. So, now, Frederick's question was, what was my beef with Crazy Tempo? Well, as I told him before I had to go feed my son, he is a clout chasing bully that I think contributed to the thing with Charlie Zenonov. I made a point on my Instagram that he may have been the one, because he posted this right during the whole ordeal, that he didn't post it like, he's the one that done it, but I got a feeling like he may have been the one that did the prank calling if there was some kind of prank deal. And for that, I think he is a total piece of shit, but in general, I think he's a total piece of shit. He had a chance to fuck up Charlie. He had the jump on him and bare knuckles. Uh, he come up behind him wearing a stupid ass wig. He jumped him, got him on the ground, threw one decent punch on the ground, and that was it. Charlie left tapped him a couple of times in the head. His cameraman grabbed Charlie's arm to try and prevent that, and he let Charlie get up and run and did not really pursue all that well. Tempo's a fast dude. Charlie is apparently a fucking crackhead Olympian athlete, but I'm pretty sure he'd gas eventually. And Stu says Tempo is not a brawler. And I understand that. But if you're doing what Tempo is doing, and he says that he'll pull up on anybody, when you make that kind of statement, you better be a brawler. Because, if you say you're going to pull up on anybody, and he said that on multiple occasions, and he knows who I am because I went. Frederick says, how do we talk on this? I want to speak with you. Shit. How do we talk on live stream? Can we do that? Let me check. Let's see if we can. No, that definitely ain't it. Shit. I don't know if we need to do it on live stream unless I got a number that we could call in. You know what? I'll try to set that up to where we can have a number that calls in that we can do that. So we can make that happen. We can talk another time also, whichever is best. Okay. Yeah, me and Fred, me and you will talk about that for sure. But to Stu's point that Tempo is not a brawler, but if you're willing to say that you're going to pull up on somebody, you best have that in mind, that if you pull up on somebody, you best be a brawler, because you're going to run into people like me who will call you out on that and will definitely be brawling with you. Charlie's a 150-pound crackhead. He's still, Tempo looked like a bitch fighting him. Tempo is a weightlifter. He is, as Stu said, Charlie's not a brawler either. Charlie's not anything, man. Charlie's just, I guess, internet fighting porn of some kind, I guess. I don't know. Kind of like the Jersey Shore thing that they done. I guess it's just some bullshit that they put on there for people to go on, I guess, and watch, which has made a lot of people, a lot of channels, a lot of different, outlets to it and everything. So, but Tempo does know who I am, because I've jumped on his Instagram, I jumped on his live streams and called him out multiple times. Left messages on his Instagram pages. I've called him on his Instagram on both those channels. He's not answered either one. And I've called him probably an excess of 30 times, probably, over the past couple of weeks, just to try to get in touch with him, but nothing. I think he's a bully that that contributed to Charlie being as paranoid as he is, afraid to go outside and everything, which caused and led, on top of other things, to that man getting assaulted, that pizza dude getting assaulted. So, yeah, I feel the need that he needs to be brought down a level. Tempo's not all, he talks all big and bad and tough and rough, and he can do this to anybody. 2 fights may be way too much, Stu says, and that's why I'm trying to concentrate on one. But we got a 6 month time frame for the Verum thing, to where we got a lot of shit set up. Tempo says he will pull up on anybody real quick. So if Tempo will pull up on anybody real quick, and if he's um, as crazy as everybody thinks he is, um, it'd be short work for me to sit there and say I can meet in the middle somewhere, to where I could get to very easily with a cheap amount of money, and we could scrap, or we could set it up somewhere. That'd be fine. If people would sit there and think about this, if people would pay for a fight between me and Tempo, whether it be street or an MMA fight in a cage, that could produce a lot of views and a lot of venue. Let's say Frederick. I'll be the drummer here. I give Tempo a lot of credit because he did what he said over the years. So yeah, I didn't get to read all that. Let me pull that back up. But you did make a valid point. Okay, let's see. There we go. He did what he said over the years. So many others said that they was going to do stuff and nothing happened. Frederick, you're absolutely right. He did do something. But the way he done it was, he was going, like I said, after the views, after, he's on there selling merch, he's out there doing that. And Stu says he respects Tempo as well. And I did, to a point where I actually gave Tempo respect to a point. But the way he's done it so far and continues to do it, it is where I'm losing respect for him. And I don't know, it's just the way he goes about it and the way he promotes himself. I know this is YouTube, this is entertainment, and you gotta flex, and you gotta be able to showmanship and all this other stuff. And I ain't got a lot of that. I don't have a lot of showmanship. I flex and I talk a lot, but I ain't got a lot of showmanship, So, Tempo's got me beat on that, and Tempo's got me beat on the fact that he went out there. Making Charlie jump like that last encounter classic. Stu said yes. Yeah, that was funny. It was funny and it was entertaining. That's my point. It's entertaining, but he did not take advantage of it. I mean, you know, Frederick or Stu, if y'all had the opportunity that Tempo had and y'all had to jump on Charlie, would you have done more than what Tempo did? Like I said, Tempo left Charlie virtually unscathed. Stu says definitely he would have. So that's my point. It's the the aftermath of it, the way Tempo could have said like, "Hey, I could have done a lot more during that," but hell, look what I did, Charlie. That was great. But he didn't do like he's like, I fucked him up. I done this. Frederick said I had the opportunity, but I didn't want to go to jail when he ran from me. That is a smart move on your part, which is another thing that Tempo doesn't realize, that he does have, there is consequences to that, and this is where the professionalism has got to be set up to where you got this. I would like to set up this in professional ways, and I am no means a fight promoter or any of the sorts, but y'all out there know about this business as far as getting stuff set up out there on the west side, to where apparently Charlie and Tempo spent a good bit of time, and Washington I know nothing about. No one deserves to go to jail for Charlie, Stu says, and that's absolutely right. That's 100% fact. No one does. It ain't worth it. Not worth it at all. And Frederick agreed. just because Charlie is not worth that. Hopefully, this last encounter will be the last that we hear of him for a good bit. That'd be a great break, and maybe we can get into some real shit. Like I said, we got the Verum deal that we got set up with me and Verum that I think would be at least entertaining, and it will be a fight. There will be no running, there will be no chasing, there will be none of that. It will be a fight. Verum is a lot of things, but I do believe he would step into a cage with me and fight me. I do believe he'll step into a ring with me and box me. I mean, he won't street fight me, of course, but he probably has his reasons for that, and I ain't gonna sit there and dog him on it. He don't want to do it. He don't want to do it. But I do believe he does have that, and Tempo, I think, does too. I think Tempo would step up into a cage with me. I think Tempo would step into a boxing ring with me. And if we can make and Tempo probably street fight me, which would be a horrible idea. I don't give a damn how big Tempo is. If it's a street fight and he jumped me like that, and I got grounds to defend myself, I'm sending Tempo to the hospital. That is for sure. They'll be having to put tampons all over his ass to cover up the blood that I'll be producing. I'm just saying. That ain't me talking shit. That ain't. I'm just down here. It's a little different. It's a little different. I ain't gonna be running no burger joint to hide from the dude. If I gotta grab a damn baseball bat and crack him upside the head, that's what I'm gonna do to defend myself. If I got jumped by Tempo, that's Tempo's ass. But I have called out Tempo for a fight, a legit fight. And Realm is definitely more experienced, I'm sure. Yes, I do believe that too. We have no evidence of the MMA bouts, 100% evidence. We've seen weigh-ins and stuff like that, but I do believe he has experience, and I do believe maybe in his younger days that he done a lot of stuff, and of course he is in the military, so I know he knows how to defend himself. But yet again, that is something that I'm outweighed by him. But our experience level is relatively close. I don't have combat experience going into the military, but I do have fight experience. I do have broken noses, as you can tell. I'm ugly as hell, as far as, stuff. I've been in street fights and brawls, and I've been in MMA matches, I've been in boxing matches, and I've been doing this for a while. So I know what I'm doing. And I come off as a crazy redneck just out here to chase clout or whatever. And my last uh, my last channel, I made some very bold statements that I did not follow through with, and I feel very bad to say that I didn't. Frederick said I got to meet with Tempo, complete accident, started talking. I think we both would actually get along. That's surprising. I don't think Tempo has any fight training. Stu says. Uh, I don't know if me and Tempo would actually get along. Stu that or somebody actually said me and Verum would actually probably get along if we didn't know each other through the internet, and we'd probably sit down and have a beer together. I don't know if that's true. It's a possibility, but that's not the situation that we're in. Uh, Tempo to me seems like a shit talker, like a real. He seems like an alpha, kind of like Verum tries to be or is. And it's not some small man complex for me. It's just uh, from my years of experience, 28 of it, I had to go through a lot of shit growing up, and I got to be either I was the sheep or I was the wolf, and I got to be to where I was the wolf, and I become an alpha of sorts to where it's my way or the highway. Uh, to where if somebody comes up on me, I'm not backing down from nothing. And and like I said, if nothing else, even if he's just YouTubing, I think Stu says, and Tempo is. That's my point. Is that Tempo is YouTubing, and he done what hell, he's YouTubing the fuck out of it. I mean, he's got way more subs, he's got way more views. He does a lot more different shit, and he's selling merch. He's making money. He's doing this and doing that, but at the end of the day, we have not seen him in a real fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, if he is crazy as he says he is, I'd like to see a real fight from him. And whether it's me and Verum or me and Tempo, I'm interested to see what everybody thinks, not just y'all two. And y'all two have been real. One thing I respect about both of y'all are both straight up and honest, whether I like it or not, and I respect the hell out of that. You can say whatever you want to me as long as you say it to me, to my face, like right now. Not to my face, but we're live streaming, so I'm talking to y'all. Y'all say it like that, and I respect the hell out of y'all for that. That if we have a difference of opinions, it's cool because I respect that, and y'all are willing to put it out there, and I like that about people, and it's hard to find people like that nowadays. So yeah, and I'd enjoy talking with both of you, and kind of going through the situations on what y'all think could be the best approach. If anything, what out of y'all two, which one do y'all want to see? Do y'all want me to see go through with this Verum deal and go ahead and get this done and go out there and try to make this happen, set up a GoFund, try to help out with that, or do y'all want to see Tempo in an actual fight to where he's in a cage or a boxing ring? And I'm interested to see what y'all's two thoughts on that is, as well as anybody else who catches this afterwards. Uh, let's see, Stu said, I'd love to see a good fight, but it can be hard. And yes, it is extremely hard. He's talked about the distance many a times, and that's where I'm trying to. I don't really know how 100% how to go about getting this set up. One or the other has to step out and really put some money in to going and doing this. I, and I'm not in the position to where I can just drop money out and go do this. I got a year and 3 month old, and I got another one on the way. I just bought a place. I'm fixing up this place right here for hunting and fishing and camping and taking them out when they get older and everything like that. With the government shutdown, taxes are going to be coming in later and all this other bullshit. And this ain't excuses, it's just facts. But Crazy Tempo is Crazy Tempo, and he did say he'd pull up on anybody. Now, I'm not going to pull up on anybody because I cannot afford to pull up on anybody. I'm broke to a point, not broke, but, paycheck to paycheck. Grams never said he would pull up on anybody. He just said, like, hey, if you want to come out here, you can come on out here. And I've said the same thing. If you want to come on out here, you can come on out here. And that's where it gets stuck in the middle. And this is where Stu made the point. It is stupid hard to get YouTubers to fight. And I'm not really a YouTuber because I'm not big enough. Both these guys got way bigger followers and way bigger channels. And I'm reaching out of my comfort zone. I don't do technology. And I've actually, Stu said, maybe just keep your mind, your family for now, bro. And I understand that, and that is well respected, Stu, and I do appreciate that. And I thought about that too, but like Frederick said, there's been some bold statements that has been made, and Tempo did follow through with those statements that he said he was going to make. So I felt like I made some statements before, and I owe it not just to the people I made it to, but to myself and to, as a man of my word, to follow through with some of these statements. And right now, like I said, I'm concentrating on my family, of course, and everything like that. But if an opportunity arises to where I'm able to make this fight with Verum happen, I'm definitely going to take it. And Stu says he's behind me. It's up to me. I appreciate that 100%. And you prove that over and over again. And I can't thank you enough for it. But if the opportunity arises, yes, I will take that opportunity and I will run with it. Absolutely, 100%. And if I can get crazy Frederick Young says, I agree with Stu, family first. And that's 100% right. And that's what I'm going to concentrate on. And like I said, if the opportunity comes up, I'm not going to go 100% out of my way to try to make this happen to where I'm putting our budget, our family plans in jeopardy just for pride. And that's a big problem with me is pride. I got to set that aside because, like both of y'all said, families first. And I appreciate that both of y'all speak the truth, and that's what it is. And I don't know. It's one of these things to where I'm stuck in a rock and a hard place to where you know I got to take care of what's mine first, and then this stuff comes after. I've said this before in the beginning, but it's hard to set down pride every now and then. Every man's got pride in them, and it's hard to set that aside. But I made statements, and I'd like to follow through with them if the opportunity comes. Now, if that opportunity puts my family's well-being or judgment in any kind of our budget or anything like that in jeopardy, I'm not going to do it. But if I have a opportunity to where I can make it happen, or it gets set up, or I get help from the people when I get a bigger following, yes, I would love to do something like that. So when it comes to Crazy Tempo and Verum, this is to both of y'all. Yes, family is coming first, like both these guys said. But if there's an opportunity for us to make this happen in a way, and Verum and me will be in touch back and forth over the next couple of months just to see where I'm at on my budgets and what we're willing to agree with and everything like that. And if it's doable, we're going to do it. And if it's not, we're not, and we'll just leave it at that. I dislike the guy, but I respect the part that he's a family man himself. I did not know personally he had two daughters. He mentioned that in his last video, and he takes care of his family. He's out there doing what he needs to do to take care of his family, and he's doing the YouTube thing on the side too. So he's obviously taking care of business. So I can't dog him on that. The man's taking care of his own. Anybody who does that, I got respect for. So I do respect him for that. It's just some of the shit he says, I don't agree with, or, when I call him out on certain stuff, he gets butthurt by it, and that's kind of what started this whole thing to begin with. The whole, y'all know the whole backstory. He's mentioned it, I mentioned it. When I claimed that he embellished the story of him knocking out Charlie's end off when they first met a long time back, and I called BS on it, and I don't know if it happened or if it didn't happen. I still don't think it happened, but that's what started this whole deal to begin with. And then of course trolls come on here and see a redneck with a missing tooth, and they're like, oh, there's another Charlie Zelenoff that we can make fun of, and if Charlie goes to jail, please don't make me the next Charlie Z. No, I don't want that. I don't want that at all. Nothing like that, dude. Nothing like them. Yeah, this is just, I rambled on for quite a bit, but family comes first, and I'm going to make sure my family's provided for, that we're taken care of. And once we hit that 100 sub marks, real quick, hold on a second. I was taken away from my kids for 6 months, and I was promising my kids I won't fight again if pushed. Dude, that is, I hate you had to go through that. I cannot imagine going through that if something happened to where something come up to where I had to get taken away from my kids. Man, I couldn't handle it. Or my wife, I couldn't do it. I couldn't. They're the only thing holding me together. Tell you the truth, I'd be in jail or dead if it wasn't for them. And that's facts. And guys, I appreciate y'all too getting on here. Y'all have really helped with the mindset. And as Stu said, he's a single dad too, so it's worse, man. Damn, dude, you're one hell of a dude for taking care of what you take care of, man. And going through that, I hate to hear it. And just the fact that you're willing to help out other people on top of that and be the person that you are after going through that, that is one hell of a man right there. I'll go out there and say it, is you're one hell of a dude. I mean, that is straight up. And so I went through this, and Frederick is probably the same way. And like I said, I've taken what y'all said to heart. I've taken what other people said to heart. I'm not quitting doing videos and disappearing for another 6 months because of taking care of family first. I will continue doing my MTG stuff. I will continue doing updates on random shit that I feel like talking about. And well, I appreciate that, brother. And you know, if this goes whichever way it goes, however it goes, people can make their own judgments on it, and we'll see what we can do. Everybody enjoys the show, but at the end of the day, this is entertainment, and then that and there is real life. Family is real life, and that's what you got to take care of first. And so, getting in this is not backing out of nothing. It's just saying that if it's doable, it's doable, and we'll make it happen. If it's not doable and it's not the right time, then we'll wait for another time and we'll make it happen eventually. Until then, we can keep, bullshitting, talking, going back and forth, chatting with each other and everything like that, because I got a kick out of it. It takes my mind off things when I come on here and talk to people, and do things that I enjoy doing. And when these next videos drop out, when I've done the boondocking and brawling, it was fun. It was one hell of a time. This summer we're going to do it again, and it was enjoyable. It didn't cost nothing because everybody lived around here, and everybody was agreeing around here. No charges or nothing really big happened. One person got sent to the hospital, but we all have sheets that you sign saying agree terms to whatever happens out here, when there's no responsibility taken on the other party for it. You agree to it. So until then, guys, I'm gonna get off here. I'm gonna try to get me some sleep. Maybe eventually I'm probably gonna be up for another 2 hours messing around with stuff. But y'all too, great guys. Stu, Fred, y'all are awesome. Appreciate y'all coming on here and chatting. And my number is we can talk over the phone if you want, or have some views, or if people talk to you and watch me and talk to me. Yeah, that'd be great, Fred. If we can make that happen, that'd be awesome. And yeah, we can exchange whatever emails or anything else, whatever we got to do. I'd really enjoy talking to either one of y'all over the phone. See some opportunities possibly arise, or something like that. But until then, guys, God bless. Take care of yourself. Y'all are great people. And I sent it to your Facebook. I'd have to pull up my Facebook on another phone because I actually deleted it off this phone, but I will pull it up on my Facebook page. If I can get back on it, I'm sure I can get back on it through, like, my brother's phone or my wife's phone or something. So, but until then, guys, y'all take care. God bless. Y'all are some heavy support, and I appreciate it. And we're going to keep on rocking this thing, okay? All right, to everybody else, peace out. God bless. Y'all have a good night.